Hey, howdy, hey everybody. Sorry about the little delay in getting myself going. My Steam decided you can't play King of the Castle. So I had to restart my whole computer and be like, okay, now you work. It's being so mean. Alrighty then. We. I know, oof. It was the problem with my Steam Zen. It was just basically decided, hey, guess what? I don't want to work right now. You have to restart and log back in. And I was like, great. Not really. But let's go. Alrighty then. We're gonna hop down here to my gaming scene. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Okay. We're gonna play ourselves a new dynasty. I am your monarch, Queen Luna. And we are in the dynasty of Duck. Lunier? Oh, is that my name? Lunier. Lunier? Is that my name or is it my dynasty? That's my name now. We're gonna go for the dynasty of the cat. Okay, well, we're going for... Nope, dynasty of the kitten. That's the dynasty. The cat. No, the kitten. Dynasty of the kitten. Begin. We're playing on Twitch. Alrighty, as I usually do, I like to wait to see what other people want to have as my noble groups, so it is up to chat to decide which groups I'm going to play with as my nobles. But you have 3,000 channel points. That's enough for one scream. That is enough for one scream. Oh. Cats are messing with stuff. They want your spoon. The cats want the spoons. The screen is coming in the future. Oh, Star got me. It was you were Star that got me really good. Earlier. I don't remember which one of you got me really good. The food. Yeah. So it was Star who got me good? Okay. Okay. I thought it was you. I found the clip. It is now mine. It's going on YouTube. Be immortalized forever as my failings. That's what the cats say. That is definitely what the cats say. Alrighty. Well, I'm just sitting here waiting for people to tell me what groups you want to play with because that'll dictate what's going on. Potato does not help me. Well, until y'all decide which groups y'all want, I guess I shall tell a story. Okay, so here's a funny story. Grandes? Okay, we want Grandes. Partitions because they anger the star. Okay, partitions because they anger the star. You're not playing that. That's fine. I don't care. It's just the first counts. Okay. Again, I'm just going for like the first three groups I see. So, counts, patricians, and grandes, join when ready! Exclamation join and add your pronouns, and you can join me here as my nobles. I'm sorry, patricians, you're kind of covered by my tails and me. Here, I'll move to the center while we're getting our our nobles figured out. Sam Morningstar has joined as one of our counts. Star has joined as a grande. Congrats, you got what you wanted. All right, now we are here. I wait, I not know how much I can pay attention, but I am here. Fair enough, fair enough. Just need her to get her a pirate queen. Alright. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough there. Okay, well, I think while we're waiting for one more person, I should tell a story. I did eat. I did. I ate Hot Pockets because I was lazy, and there's a microwave. So, I had food. Oh, I had a story. Then my brain wouldn't know stories for you. So of course Star didn't eat. Star never eats. I just barely realized that, you guys couldn't hear the game. Now you can. Da-da, 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 da-da. One cookie. A cookie is a good food, though. I never sent a microwave to the board. Shh, it's fine. Microwave is a good way to get food. I mean, my husband makes plenty uses of microwave. You ate chicken pot pie? Hi! You had food, Star! You had chicken pot pie. I love it. All right. Oh, wow. My brain just dumped all information that it had. Lovely. I don't know how many times I've actually done that, where it's like conversation with someone and then my brain just goes, you know nothing. And all of a sudden, like, there's no information in my head because it decided your short-term memory's gone. You no longer have short-term memory. I heard my phone go buzz, but I don't know where I put my phone. Minor problem. Oh, there's my phone. It's like on the other side of my monitors. Hang on. I'm like low-key hitting my mic. Apologies. My mic is set to the right settings. It's just being a prick. Is it? Oh, it's fine. It's set to the right stuff. My mic is just being a prick. We can just hear my husband stomping around. I love him though. No, I want you to play with us. Stay, husband. Hi! You have joined as a patrician. That means we have enough people to begin the game. Let's go. Hello, Mr. Meows. Join for the dynasty of the cat. Oh wait, now that we're here, I'm going to go back to the side. I'm being banished to the corner. This cat has been banished. Okay. Coronation. I will do stuff! Yay! We love stuff. Your Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Why the hurry? To delay any longer would make the nobles restless. And when nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest back. Well then, what must I do? I mean, I would love to be the pirate queen. Are you kidding? As a tradition, the council decides what happens at your coronation. What? But it's my coronation! This is an absolute monarchy, Your Majesty. Everything has to run past the council vote. Even this. Shall we call the nobles in? Yes. What do we have? All those are bad. Alright. The monarchs. You have to complete 3 goals the game gives you. Ooh. You can vote to further the goals you receive. I don't know exactly what those are, but I will gladly try. Yeah, I hit go. Hello, Arc Ink Mom. Whoops, hang on. Let me come over here. You have joined as a Grandi. Let's go. All right, so we have 2 people to proceed as a religious ceremony that honors the 9th god. We're going off with faith. But to answer Mr. Meows about what you need to do to win, that is your individual group's goal. What your goal is right now, we don't know. We haven't decided that yet. We have to wait a hot minute before. We swear Oyume is not a bot. He's just very excited that people are here. Oh, did I miss you at voting B? Okay. Apologies. I'll try to keep that open a little longer. Ooh, the faith. We have raised faith everywhere. That is why Lunia is the queen, ordained by divine right, chosen by the 9th god to elevate above all. If the assembled nobles were plotting against you, perhaps the threat of eternal damnation has given them a second thought. Probably not. I vote for adventurers. Yeah. Okay. Let's introduce the council. Now that you are queen, your first duty is to meet with the council of nobles. Your nobles hail from across the kingdom, the desolate east, the wealthy coast, and of course, the scorching south. Counts of the east, it is honor to make your acquaintance, your majesty. May you escape your doom that befell your predecessor, Count Sam Morningstar of the East. Can't open his. Excuse me, cat. My cats have gone crazy. I want the cat. I want the cat. Haha, we're grabbing me a cat. A pleasure, your esteemed highness. I hope to see our kingdom in prosperity and grows wealthy under your reign. Noble patrician Mr. Meows, the perfect. Oh, hi, kitty. This is Angel, everybody. She's very grumpy. Say hello. Hello, Cap. It is an angel. You have joined the counts, Cap. Sound like a car driving past. Nope, this is my cat Angel. She's very grumpy. Oh, she can be very loud. Join the Edgelords. Yes, Cap has joined the Edgelords. May the 9th god bless your reign, your holiness. I trust you will conduct yourself with honor and faith. Grandi Archink Mum. Oh, with that, all of my introductions are done. Right on those motorcycles. You wanted to be a count? Aw. Yeah. It's true. She does look fabulous. As you sit back with the council's like, no wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all cost. My path to victory. Your Majesty, when you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Oh, see, this is a hard one. Rose Kitty, I believe you have joined a patrician. Yes, you have. Joined the patricians of the coast with Mr. Mermeow. My military's not great, so I don't think I want to be a conqueror. My authority's not terrible. Authority can swing either way. Architect of Gold. Okay, my trade isn't terrible. My trade is actually pretty good. Peacekeeper, again, stability can flip-flop. Mother of a nation farming. Okay, farming is like trade. It's not terrible. Yep, you guys are best friends now. Or as a saint with faith. Faith is the highest stat across everything. But honestly, I do faith so often that I kind of want to try something else. So, let's try trade. We're gonna go for trade. A lofty goal indeed. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall trade as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Do something stupid? Yes. That's my life. End of season. This means groups get to choose where they're going. Peppy of the Arch-Inca-Mom lineage, charismatic political mastermind, stands bathed in sunlight speaking softly. A false pretender occupies the throne, while my claim goes ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honor. We must not allow it to go unanswered. Grandees! Your son wants the throne. Yes. How will the Grandees decide? This will be Starseeker Williams and Arch-Inca Mom. All right, you guys have decided for witch hunt. Your goal to have the highest faith. Let's go. Witch hunt. Of course the paladins go for faith, lol. Mr. Mermeows, you can't vote for that. That was a Grandee's vote. Witch hunts are always fun. There are all sorts of hearsay in the capital, and the Grandees intend to expose it. First, they must ensure the South is beyond reproach. To advance their scheme, the Grandees must be the region with the highest faith in 3 seasons. You start with the highest faith. Oh, patricians! This shall be Rose Kitty and Mr. Mermeows. This is your scheme choosing time. Irina of the Rose Kitty family, well-known coastal tycoon, scribbles with a well-used quill on a hardwood desk, explaining in a measured pose. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of Queen Lunier. Something must be done. All right, patricians. You can either do subterfuge. Goal, lower my stability. Oh, sorry, hit the microphone. Conspiracy, lower my treasury. Or corruption, lower authority. That's okay. Rose Kitty has voted to lower authority. I do lovingly punch my mic. It is... Alright. Mr. Mermeows has voted with his fellow patrician. Rose Kitty to lower my authority. I'm so glad I didn't go for authority then. Alright, you guys have voted to lower authority. What happens if we have a tie? On those, like the patrician only votes or like noble only groups, it's chosen at random. If it's a normal vote, I break the tie. Yeah, so it's like, for scheme choosing, it's randomized. I have no say. I cannot break any ties. Yep. The patricians plan to turn the throne into a commodity that can be bought and sold at will. First, they must ensure that the rule of law is crumbling. To advance their scheme, the patricians must lower authority to 4 in 3 seasons or less. Alright, so that means patricians must get this number to 4. Count scheme. Avani of the Cap dynasty, well-known political fixture, leans delicately on a podium, speaking in a melodious voice. My fellow counts, in ancient times the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back these days of glory, but not while the false Queen Lumiere wears the crown. Counts, which should be Cap and Sam Morningstar. You guys will either have to do Doppelganger with lowest defiance, Intimidation, race stability, or Blood Ritual, highest farming. Cap has already voted for highest farming, and Sam followed suit. It's true, Blood Ritual is the fun one. Go for blood. Alright, the Counts plan to summon an ancient famine demon that will devastate all other regions, paving a clear path to the throne. First, they must ensure the East can withstand a famine. To advance their scheme, the Counts must be the region with the highest farming and 4 seasons, which you currently are. Alright, here is where all of the groups sit so far. Yay. Laws of the land. Oh, good laws. What are my laws? Oh, those are bad laws. Those are bad laws. You know what? For kicks and giggles, until I can get something better, I'm grabbing swing votes. Swing votes just means, after voting, nobles can change their mind. It's going to cause chaos, I know. Blood ritual, let's go! Go cook food. Eating food is good. That's how I felt at the end of my Undertale stream that I did earlier. I felt like I was dying. Alrighty. Let's grab an honor guard. The honor guard. One evening, sitting up in bed, reading some paperwork, when a filth-encrusted peasant wanders into your bedchamber as bold as brass. What? Hello, Your Majesty. Glad I finally caught you. This bloody place is a maze. Mind if I take a seat? What? Who's this? Who are you? Oh, me? Name's Ralph, Your Majesty. Pleased to meet ya. Listen, I got a bloody great idea. What if we tied a bunch of birds... Wait, tied a bunch of birds into a knot? Reckon you could fetch some aerial troops in total domination of the battlefield. What? Pardon? Before Ralph could explain, your marshal bursts into your bedchamber, sword drawn. Your Majesty, I'm sorry I didn't come sooner. I have no idea where the palace watch are. Do you want me to kill the intruder? No, just kick him out. Oh my gosh. What is this dude? Oh my gosh. My husband wants me to put it to a vote. I want to see what chaos comes. We're putting this to a vote. Whatever you say, Your Majesty. She goes and gathers up your council, who trickle into the hall in their pajamas, rubbing sleep from their eyes. They don't look particularly pleased to be woken up. Okay. So, here it is the options. You can go with A. A, B, C are all yes, and A is for the pilot program will be in the south, B is the pilot program will be in the east, C, the pilot program will be in the coast, and D is no, this is incredibly stupid. So, I'm gonna set the vote to start. Y'all can decide what we're gonna do with this dude. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, indeed. We already have a vote for B to send it to the east. The coast would like the program as well. So do the Grandes. We three-way split. Just kidding. The counts come in for the swing. And the fellow Grande voted B. Wow. Excuse me, I had to blow my nose. I mean, nothing beats Spider Riders, but this has potential. Okay, I agree. This is lots of potential here. Okay, this shall be in the east. Yes. Oh, righty. Under Ralph's close supervision, a flock of ravens are tied into an eastern night. Instead of flying, the night is lost in a fury of mad pecking and pooping. Ralph insists they're merely using the wrong type of bird. Further experimentation are conducted with owls, eagles, geese, woodpeckers, ostriches, and little grapes before hundreds of eastern troops quit in disgust. Needless to say, the whole thing is an embarrassing failure. Your Majesty, if that peasant had been a maniac with a crossbow, I tried to think what could have happened. One thing is clear from this mess is you need an honor guard who can actually keep you safe, not like the pathetic watch. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards are loyalties be divided between you and their region. Of course, we could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be loyal to the coin above all. Oh my gosh, that was too funny. That was too funny. Though it did get the authority where the patricians need it. Alright. Let's see here. Do we want the Eastern Knights, the Battle Nuns, or the Coastal Gladiators? Hi, Zoltan! There is still time to tax the peasants. We only just started. We apparently tried to make a knight out of a flock of birds. It didn't work. Now it's just time to decide which group I would like. Flock of ravens. I mean, you guys should try a bunch of birds, but Raven Rave, let's go! Oily gladiators. I actually have never done the gladiators as my honor guard, I think. Knights of Murder. Vampires are bad. It's true. I don't think I've ever done the gladiators as my honor guard before. So yes. Because it's a murder of crows. You've never had a sexy oiled beefcake? You missed out. Okay, we're gonna do the Coastal Gladiators. We're doing the Coastal Gladiators here. A gang of low-born crooks who've turned themselves into celebrities through their skills at chopping other people to bits. They're vain and selfish. Their skills in the battle's undeniable, but can you trust them? Oh, yep, I have made my decision. I wait your verdict. The Coastal Gladiators! Yeah, they are gladiators. I'll make the arrangements at once. Yep. They don't wear much. The gladiators arrive a few weeks later. The men are bare-chested, the women underdressed, eager to show off their bodies as much as their weaponry. They gather behind your throne and begin oiling themselves up. Gotta be really hard to hold on to. Okay. A patricianer from afar. Your Majesty, there's a patricianer here to see you today. We're not exactly sure where she's from. What does she want? You'll see soon enough, Your Majesty. Oreed! I want to marry Oreed. Oh. I want to marry Oreed. It's not a ship race. Greetings, Your Majesty. My name is Oreed. I have a proposition for you. Oreed, where are you from? Distant shores, Your Majesty. I prefer to keep my exact origins a secret. Tell me more about this proposition, Oreed. 3 ships are docked in the harbor to the west. Their hulls are packed to the gills with muskets and gunpowder. They each have a boast... And they each boast a full battery of cannons. I can read words. They are all yours in return for a small favor. What is this favor? I only wish to stay in the kingdom with your blessing and protection. I can show your soldiers how to use weapons, of course, to avoid any accidents. We'll call to a vote. Alright. I'm putting Monarch's Choice for keeping Oreed. I want to keep Oreed. I want to marry Oreed! There are 4 votes for Oreed. I think she's winning. 5! Kiss Her was blocked? Oh. Yes. Something something in the Navy. Yes. Alrighty. Here we go. 6 nobles and the monarch have voted for providing safe harbor for Oreed in exchange for muskets. Military rises! Oreed and her weapons prove most useful in the coming months. She and her crew train your officers as promised. Oreed demonstrates the puncturing metal breastplate at 500 yards. The council clearly made the right decision. Disquiet in the south. Let's go. Your Holiness, my peasants accuse me of hoarding wealth. Me! Worse, they've thrown down their tools and burned their belongings, saying they all want to live an aesthetic life, that I should do the same. They want to have morks? What nonsense! Quite so, Your Majesty. They don't want to be pinned down by worldly possessions, but burning them is quite quite the overreaction. The ringleader of this movement is a philosopher called Ortega. She calls herself a voice for the 9th god, and the peasants hang on her every word. They'll be at my door any minute, or any moment. Alright. You know what? For kicks and giggles, I am doing swing vote, meaning after voting, nobles can change their vote if you change your mind. What are we going to do about this, Ortega? Vote, dear nobles. Now I want to sing Blood on the Risers. Yes, Colton this time. 3 people have voted for A. 1 for B. 2 for B. Now remember, swing votes is active, so you can change your vote if you so choose. Authority lowered. You guys are good with where you're at. Yep. Alrighty. We have... Looks like enough people have voted. Fair enough, fair enough. Oh, we're tied at 3. Oh, wow. I get to decide. Let's see. Do I want to infiltrate their cult, or do we want to aggressively break up the cult? I feel like if I aggressively break up the cult, it's going to come back. Do I hear the elder gods speak to your soul? Sometimes. Sometimes I do. We are going... We're going to send someone to infiltrate the cult. Grandy Starseeker Williams arranged for one of their few loyal servants to go to Ortega's gatherings. You hope to hear from them soon. Meanwhile, both rich and poor scramble to show off their devotion to the ninth god in the face of Ortega's surging popularity. Alrighty. Auction time! Alrighty, what do we have here? I'm gonna just say it. Whoever votes for B to be funded is going to get themselves aggressively taxed. Because that goes against my stuff. The others, well, I prefer F not to be. I think F might go through, which lowers authority. But I don't want to. I mean, I'll tax the peasants. But I'll aggressively tax anybody who decides that they need to vote for B. There is no deer park. Nope. Alrighty. Just to recap for everybody, to vote, to fund for what you want, you go exclamation fund, and then you're going to go A through F, whichever one you want, and then however much you would like to vote. That being said, we start the auction. And I have no control. Once this is over, it's over. And it is the top two buildings. Voting for F. Wait, did I see that? That might have been just before. C and A are the two that are on here. F did not make... I think you might have done F right before I hit start. Might have... But yeah. So we currently have C, which is to raise faith, and A, which is to raise farming. C and A are staying in the lead. Oh, someone tried to get F in, and then they brought back in A. Oh, yeah, it's fun to not vote. Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't catch that you were putting vote. Yes. It is fun not to vote on this. F? I don't know what just got sniped. Something did. I think it was F. A. Farming is being raised in the counts. And F. Lowering my authority. Yep. Well, no one voted for B, so I'm fine. A private exchange. The Kurth captain you allowed to stay in the capital, the one who's traded those weapons, she's been causing some concern. The nobles have complained that she's been rude and confrontational. She does not know royal etiquette after all. Worse, some suspect her of being a cursed spy. Very well, I will have a word. You find Oreed pacing the halls far from her assigned chambers. Can I help? Kurth bounty hunters have landed on the coast not long ago. And they're looking for me. I did not expect them to come here. Clearly I was wrong. Tell me what you did, and I might help you. My crime was a crime of thought. I dare disagree with the other senators in of a matter of great importance. So you're a senator of Kurth. I was, once. Now I am nothing. I want to make you my queen! I want to make her my queen! You'll be fine if you stay with me. Are you sure? I am the queen. There is nowhere safer. Very well. I hope my trust is not misplaced. Yes. False idols. The philosopher Ortega is preaching that we can be close to the night god if we reject our worldly possessions, which would be bad enough. But she's also performing miracles. My spy saw her heal a woman's broken arm with a single touch, cure an old man's blindness. She must be a witch! Whatever we might think, the peasants believe her. More of them flock to her barn every day as rumors of her miracles spread. All right, my nobles. Are we going to have the church perform better miracles to lure Ortega's followers away? Send inquisitors to stamp this out once and for all, or Ortega is just a healer. Let her carry on doing good. It is up to you guys. Lousy peasants. Yes. We have a vote for C. Then again, I'm pretty sure this because the patricians would like to lower my authority more. There's 2 votes for C. A vote for A. Oh. Two votes for C and a vote for A. This means Ortega will be let on to do what she's going to do. Oh, 3 votes for C. Let's go. Alrighty. Ortega is just a healer. Let her carry on doing good. What? I mean, to let her just continue besmirching our faithful southern tradition. Healing people for free? I've never heard of such a thing. Although many nobles are outraged, the peasants praise your mercy as Ortega's following grows and grows. I don't have much authority here. Doo-dah, doo-dah. In the twisted passageways of your castle, you can avoid your advisors, the nobles, even the spy masters. But there's one person you can't avoid. Your mother. Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's been almost a year. I've been busy. You better find time. Don't worry. I'll take the liberty of gathering fit eligible candidates. What's your preference? Men, women, or do you not mind? I just want to see what options she's gonna bring me, so I'm gonna go any. I'm halfway to the scream. Oh, the scream, yes. Excellent. I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. Yep. Alrighty. End of season. Well, as stated, no one voted for that, so I don't think I need to cruelly tax anybody, so we're just gonna tax the peasants. Common tax for the people. Common tax. Bounty hunters, barren fields, bounty hunters, let's go. Your Majesty, these folks are bounty hunters representing the Republic of Kuth, they say. Queen Lunyur, we greet you humbly. How may I help you? We are searching for someone, a fugitive, you might say. Last we heard, she went by the name Orid. What kind of fugitive is she? The ship's under command of properties of the Republic of Kuth as their cargo. I'm afraid she's under my protection. As we feared, perhaps we can work out a deal. The Grand Penitentiary of Kuth is offering a large bounty for the return of this woman. Are we sure that an esteemed queen such as yourself would not risk drawing curse ire? As proof of our goodwill, we even allow you to keep the firearms that were stolen. We can't give them a read. We can't give them a read. I want Monarch's vote to pay the hunters to take someone else. That's what I want. Yes. Vote. I would like C, because then we can keep Oreed. I don't care if it lowers my treasury. I want Oreed. Let's go! Yes! Alright, we're almost out of time. Here we go! Discreetly pay hunters to take someone else. The bounty hunters do not take long to consider your offer. They return to Kurth with the head of a nameless prisoner. You hope the officials back in the Republic will be none the wiser. Oreed decides to stay in the kingdom, offering... That is the scream. In case people are wondering, that is my own scream. Thank you for the follow!
What was that, Spider?
That really got my heart pacing. I know you're not sorry on my behalf, but I do apologize for all headphone users in that scream. Oreed offering her advisory service to your navy as payment for sparing her. Arch-Ink-Mom followed. Barren fields. It wasn't bad enough that I lost my ancestral home. My fields are black and my crops are dying. Could this be linked to Ortega and her so-called miracles? There's no doubt about it. Ortega is a common witch after all. I knew there was a catch. We must put a stop to it. The whole South is in peril. Nobles. What shall you do? It could just be a drought, or it could be her. Are we going to allow her to keep healing the sick? Send high inquisitors after her? They're still holy miracles, and Ortega must be recognized as a member of the church, or have Ortega assassinated. We have a vote for A to allow her to keep healing, and a vote for C to continue. You believe in Ortega? Okay. I believe you believe in her. I even saw it show up. That's fine. Alright, it looks like we have voted to allow her to keep healing the sick. The Grandies are, of course, furious. The vineyards and the wheat fields are wither and die as Ortega sets up a bustling hospital. But the southern peasants are the hardiest they've ever been. Helping us to fix roads that have been disused for years. Ortega speaks openly about the crown's favor, praising you for your wisdom and mercy. My stability has never been higher. This is great. Okay, what are my options? I want Oreed, so I'm not going to marry any of them. But I don't want to marry anyone, but because I want Oreed. I have found 3 potential matches for you. One eligible candidate from each of the king's 3 regions. Choose wisely. You'll be securing a powerful ally. Yeah. But what if I don't want to marry any of them? That's a decision that can wait until after you've seen them, isn't it? Leads me to a great hall. All right, let's see who these are. Whisks away the cloth on the first portrait. The cloth from the first portrait. This is Il Eran, the eldest son of the Eastern Sam Morningstar dynasty. I'm not sure why the artist made him look so severe. It's just the trick of the light, perhaps. He spends most of his time with fencing masters mastering the blade. I heard rumors that he's trained himself for some epic confrontation with an old rival. He's intriguing. From the coast, we have Elalea, a wealthy heiress of the noble patrician Mr. Mermeow's estate. I met her once. She couldn't resist bringing up how wealthy she is. She loves to lose her fortune betting in the arena. She always thinks she's a big win just around the corner. Alright, a bit of a gambler. Could be worse, could be better. And finally, from the south, we have Ernesto, the eldest heir of the Inkmom lineage. They have a reputation. Their repute is to have an ego the size of the sun. There's nothing wrong with a bit of confidence, right? Like many in the south, they claim to put their faith in the ninth god above all other worldly concerns. They've got grand plans by all accounts. They want to change the world. Not bad. Yet, your beautiful daughter. What do you think? Of course, you'll be picking candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you're getting a lifelong ally. I've made my decision. I refuse to marry any of them. I want a Reed. The Grandee's daughter was absolutely gorgeous, but I want Oreed. I want her so bad. I refuse to marry any of them. Without marriage, you're alone. No alliance, no support, no mention of insults to the powerful families of the kingdom. What possible reason could you choose for not marrying any of them? I would just want to marry or read. What's going on? Hang on. I think I'm gonna do a lowborn commoner. A commoner? Is that you've been sneaking out of the palace to meet? The nobles will not be pleased, though I'm sure the common folk will swoon over it. The queen doesn't have luxuries or freedoms. You'll learn that sooner or later. Yes, I know. End of season. Or read. In a distant castle. In a picturesque castle overlooking the south city of Altazzi, two grandees lie back and enjoy the sun. Praise be, whispers of the plan have reached the peasants. They are in an uproar. They call for the sins of the queen to be laid bare. Bring on that witch Ortega has certainly caused a bit of strife between the crown and the church. We must exploit it. We have the High Inquisitor on our side. We must also sow seeds of dissent amongst the other regions. We won't succeed alone. For the next stage, the Grandees must raise the other region's defiance to a combined total of 8 to ensure another region has begun rebellion in 3 seasons. Oh. Patricians. In a dingy seaside tavern, 2 patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. Good news, my friend. The palace officials have been accepting my bribes. They become more and more open to corruption. What are you getting in return? Oh, not much. A better seat in the council chamber, access to the queen's room while she's out, that sort of thing. And the coastal tax clusters will be much more easygoing in the future. But the important things is the queen's staff are getting used to selling their principal to the highest bidder. So what's next? The palace staff is one thing, but the true prize will be the loyalty of the chancellor and the rest of the queen's inner circle. To do that, we need to demolish the respect for the queen. If the kingdom is in chaos, they will see the queen as an incompetent fool and be much more open to our bribes. To advance their scheme, the patricians must lower stability to 4 in less in 3 seasons. Drama in the court, yep. Oh. Call for unity and iron choice. I love you both. My authority is crumbling. It falls drastically. I need to raise it again. I'm gonna go for authority. Get rid of swing votes. A laughing stock. Oh, Your Majesty, the acclaimed playwright Percival Crawforth has written another smash. All the theatre's capital showing it nightly. I wonderfully love his work, as do I. So does everyone. But the problem is the new play features a character obviously based on you. How am I portrayed? The character is portrayed by a professional clown named Biffo. At the point where a bucket of custard is upended over her head and she sits on the throne. Your Highness, the peasants and nobles are watching this play and the theaters are packed. You must put a stop to it. You simply cannot be known as Queen Biffo. I think I'll attend the plays myself. Shocked silence falls in the theater as heralds announce your arrival. You wave from the royal box as the actors stare up at you, clearly horrified. The show must go on. The play begins. Soon enough, the clown queen arrives on stage, comedically tripping over her own robes. Somehow found an actor who looks just like you. Endless humiliation are heaped upon this honking, squeaking parody. Finally, the play concludes with the custard-drenched queen handling her crown to the deserving hero. All eyes turn to you. How do you react? I'm going to climb onto the stage. The actors shrink away from you, the audience deadly silent. Everyone's terrified what you'll do next. I will congratulate on a hilarious play. The audience breaks into collective cheers. The actors bow before you, weeping from gratitude. After all, the whole capital can talk nothing about but your goodness, but your good humor and mercy. I am a merciful queen who wants to marry or read. Anger from the church. Your Majesty, there's a troublesome philosopher Ortega. I must protest you allowing her teachings to run unchecked. And her miracles are unorthodox at best. How can we allow what is effectively witchcraft to flourish in our ranks? Not to mention the fact that she keeps complaining how the supposed church riches are saying we should give them away. Are you worried about her teachings or your reputation? That's gonna lower my treasury. Let's go. How about a gift? I'm gonna give you a gift. Thank you, Your Majesty. I should help us all work together more comfortably. He swept away later to hear of a lovely new stained glass window added to St. Bertans. There are no more complaints from the Archbishop's side. Okay, fine. Secret romance. It's near impossible to sneak out of the palace at night. The palace watch keeps catching you and dragging you back to your bedroom. But tonight you managed it. Bundled up in dark clothing and a hood, you head out of the capital's market district. Your true love is waiting for you on a bridge. Your true love's name is Jane. She rushes into your arms, presses her mouth to yours. It is a while before anything needs to be said aloud. Hi, baby. My love, it's been months since we last saw each other like this. Has it really been months? Why, yes. Why did it take so long? The palace watch realized I was sneaking out. It must be hardship ruling the entire kingdom, Your Majesty. She can't get through those last 2 words without breaking into laughter. What happened to the brash young princess who snuck out of her palace so she could see the real world? That was when you met the love of your life, in case you forgot. A lot has changed. We were so young. We still are. You just need to relax. The crown is heavy as the whole kingdom. You should take it off for a while. I could break it off with Jane right here in hopes that Oreed comes to me. I want Oreed. Should I just break it off with her now? Or should I, like, try to keep Jane? I don't know. It is a big problem that I've got here. Let's follow your heart. My heart belongs to a reed. She captivated it. But if my heart is to follow a reed, we cannot keep doing this. I must leave you. Dear Jane, sweet Jane. We can't keep doing this. Shh, not yet. Let's talk about that later. You and Jane return to her tiny cottage and spend the night together. As usual, you sneak back to the palace before dawn, but before you leave, she catches your arm. I'm tired of waiting, my love. I can't live like this. We need to get married in the eyes of the ninth god for all to see. I'm sorry, but it's impossible. Dramatic. The nobles would never stand for it. Who cares what they think? You're the queen. The ninth will look after us. I want a reed. How can I have a reed if I get married to Jane? I can't. Say you're sorry. I'm sorry, but it's impossible. Fine. We can keep seeing each other's secret for the time being, but we can't go on like this. Well, I have fallen for another. I am sorry. You're right. We should stop saying, oh no, I didn't expect to have this conversation this morning. How could you do this to me, Lunia? Why? It's not you. It's me. I see. And I guess this is goodbye. She shuts the door. You hear sobbing within the cottage. Your heart is heavy. You put your hood up and make your way back to the palace. I'm sad I broke her heart. Oh, hi, baby. Oh my gosh. Baby requires attention. Famine begins. Late at night, two counts meet in an ancient stone cemetery to discuss their schemes against the queen. Our grain stores are looking much more impressive than the rest of the kingdom. Yes, and I have peasants from the south moving onto my lands, desperately sponging off our prosperity. Hello, very loud bag. How exquisite! Won't summoning the demon be difficult? It's magic beyond our usual fare. The walls of reality are sturdy, but they can be weakened. Tide of blood must swallow this kingdom in its wake. Chaos. For the next... Oh, you guys have to lower my stability too? Heck. You guys have to lower it to 4. You guys have the same number. Oh no. Oh no. Orid! Ballad of Broken Hearts. I want Orid. It has been months since you saw Jane for the final time. Since then, the world has felt drained of color. Not even your gesture can bring a smile to your face. Your Majesty, but sorry to interrupt your afternoon brooding. I have a matter of important to discuss. Speak then. A bard named Krista has composed a song describing your supposed relationship with a peasant girl. The ballad goes into some detail, but it ends with you and the peasant parting ways. Star-crossed lovers and of such. Complete nonsense, but the tune is dangerously popular. I'd like to hear the song before I make my judgment. The next day, curses brought before you. She gives you an extravagant bow. At your service, your majesty. Play the song, bard. With a nervous cough, the bard unslings her lute and begins to pluck at her strings. Her voice is high and clear and perfectly pitched. The verses sweep over you like waves, each more and more resonant than the last. For the briefest of moments, you're young again, slipping your arm around Jane's waist for the first time. Well, did you like it? I loved it. Oh, thank you. Like, oh, thank the ninth. Perhaps some donations wouldn't go amiss? I'm like burning through all of my cash here. We shall offer her patronage. Thank you, Your Majesty. With this much money, I can travel the kingdom and play my song far and wide. After the bard's tragic ballad spreads like wildfire, everyone's singing it in pubs across the land. Common folk enraptured by the story of your doomed love and called you the love-lorn queen. The nobles on the hand feel very differently. This is why you choose to marry candidates, Your Highness. Blood and stars. I've never been so insulted. Let them grumble. They could not allow the song to be silenced. It is all that reminds you. It's all that remains of your time with Jane. I want Oreed. Oreed hasn't shown up again. I want her. Your Highness, our mutual friend, Count Sam Morningstar, has discovered a new nest of crawlers on an intact... Huh? Hey! Nest of crawlers on a new intact eastern farmland. Naturally, we Grandes recommend they fill the tunnels immediately, lest they spread to other regions and endanger our crops, but Sam Morningstar refuses to do so. Peasants have gone missing, Your Majesty. Those crawlers are more dangerous than they appear. Legends speak of crawlers living in great cities beneath the city, taking the weak to be consumed. We should leave the land to them. They are not to be trifled with. Marshal, tell me more about these crawlers. Horrible cow-sized worms that live underneath the earth, with teeny cackling legs like centipedes. They're rare but formidable foes. They turn unpredictable when attacked, and whenever they find before they retreating back into the earth. Nothing that well-organized troops can't handle, I'm sure. Not with our military. Assemble the council! Thank you, Your Majesty. Alright, council. Well, I'm leaning a little bit towards oh, I want to investigate these. I want to know what's going on. I want to investigate the tunnels because I've never seen this before. Even if my kingdom falls to ruin, I would love to see what's in there. Alright, we have 3 votes for C. Lovely. I love it. 4. Yes! Voting is closed. We're sending someone to investigate the tunnels. Very well. Who will we send on this most unfortunate mission? I'm gonna send some explorers. We won't let you down, Your Majesty. This is just the sort of thing we handle. I bid them farewell. Unfortunately, the investigators drop on the face of them. As soon as they leave on their journey to the tunnels. Oh no, I lost them. Count Tenwurster bides their time, but many peasants move away. Oh no! You died. You died. Your Majesty, there's a terrible fire in the city of, Brigade. Once there were buildings, now there's a field of smoldering ash. Dozens of serfs have died. A cow kicked over a lantern, Your Highness. Some milkmaid was burning the midnight oil. Must have been unexpectedly cold hands. I'm sorry to hear that your city's got up in flames. I was hoping the council might unlock some funds from the treasuries so we could rebuild. I offer to punish the milkmaid. I'm too poor for anything else. My looks started the fire. Cap, are you saying the milkmaid was you? Really? We're not punishing the milkmaid. Fine. I mean, that has lower stability, so that makes sense. You send word to the council that they are expected to rebuild their own city without the queen's help. Blood and stars was the point of having a queen in the first place. All right. We have all of this going on. Starting the auction. Remember, exclamation fund instead of vote. So, not to be confused. We have a prison to lower stability, a stadium to lower military, a farm to an aqueduct to raise farming, observatory to lower faith, a library to raise stability, and a monument to raise authority. But looks like A is going in. That makes sense. Da, 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 da. Okay, so we currently have C, raising farming, and A, lowering stability. Oh, fund A? No, that was right. Oh. What just happened? Ugh. We have A to lower stability and C to raise farming. Okay, so that's what came in. Okay. You just want better farms. Fair enough. Bankruptcy looms. The treasury is almost empty, Your Highness. What do you suggest we do? Apart from raising taxes, there's precious few options. We could always take a loan, sell the crown jewels, or perhaps crack on some of your predecessors' tombs. Most are buried with piles of gold, or so I hear. Let's crack open some tombs. I want the money. Your mausoleums dug into and looted, the result being quite bountiful. Gold masks, heaps of coin, precious jewels. Not everyone is thrilled, however. The church denounced the grave robber. The nobles and peasants alike are disgusted by my greed. Witch hunt! I've gathered some reports from the south. The Grandees are amongst the regions scheming against you. No surprise there. They're smearing you an impetuous, unholy queen. They have inquisitors digging up evidence as we speak. What can I do? I suggest you strengthen your relationship with the other regions. You'll want them on your side once the Grandees increase the pressure. Sadly, your popularity with the nobles leaves something to be desired. They are likely working with inquisitors already. Providing them with damning information, we must stop this. Alright. Oof. Alright, so nobles. You can either go A, to restrict the Inquisitor's power throughout the kingdom, or B, we can bury the Inquisition under a mountain of false accusation, delaying your scheme for a season, or C, leave the Inquisitors to their business. Why do we need so much stability? I have no idea. It is for the nobles to decide at this point. Most are voting to restrict the Inquisitor's power throughout the kingdom. Understandable. Power through the kingdom. It gives stability where everybody needs it. Alright. The nobles are pleased the church isn't thrilled, and neither are the peasants. Foolhardily minstrels and zealous priests use the decree as proof of the nobility's godlessness. obviously. The monk. Your Majesty, a young coastal monk named Gidifrin seeks an audience. He's writing a book, and as a small request, I can vouch for his seriousness. What kind of book? He wants to write a history of your reign, Your Majesty. So future scholars may delight in the tales of your wisdom, I can only assume. Show him in. Thank you for seeing me, Your Majesty. I'm writing a history of your reign, but research is costly. I was wondering if you might donate a little. Yes, my good monk. Future generations will thank you, Your Majesty. It was good you to see him, Your Majesty. Is that all? Yes, Your Majesty. Gerelfrin is a very deliberate historian. I doubt his book will be ready for decades. Fair. Fair. I have no idea if people are who's making. Everyone has actually gotten their second skin. This is bad. Deep in the south, the garden back of the sun-blackened villa, a number of grandees crowd around a figure, raising their arms to a toast. Here's to the future monarch Peppy, the golden age on horizon. May the ninth god strike down the false Queen Luna for her wickedness. Soon the Inquisition will be complete, and the Archbishop will crown our claimant. But what should be done with the Queen? Grandees only. Grandees, do you want to burn me at the stake and lower my stability, or show mercy in favor of abdication, lower authority? I want or read. Aha! We gotta vote for B to lower authority. This is Grandees, which means the Grandees have voted for B. Let's go. Voting is closed. I can't have you lower stability. I mean, that's fair. You can be very distracted. That's a lot of the times me. It is boring, but it appeases the masses, and the Archbishop has lost his taste for public burning as of late. Now we must ensure the Queen can't strong-arm anyone else into fighting on her behalf. You must lower authority to 2 or less. Oof. Patricians! Sitting on a beach outside the coastal village, 2 patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. Greetings, Lady Patrician. I'd like to introduce you to some friends of mine. Good afternoon, noble Patrician. A pleasure as always. Hello, is this the right place? Ugh, it smells like fish. Wow, I take it you found my colleague's argument most persuasive then. Indeed, Lady Patrician Rose Kitty made some excellent points about the Queen's incompetence. The most persuasive part was the giant bag of gold. Unfortunately, the Spy Master and the Chancellor still remain beyond our grasp. But with these 2 in our pockets, we can do great things. We just need to decide our approach. Alright, Patricians, this will be Rose Kitty and Mr. Meows. Do you want to do bankruptcy, lowering my treasury, or raise everyone else's defiance? It's okay. There's my water. We have a vote for A to lower treasury. That shouldn't be too hard. I'm spending money like it grows on trees. Bankrupt the kingdom and buy the throne outright. Buy the throne? Like it's a lump of cheese at the market? Are you mad? Quite saying if the Queen takes a large enough financial hit, she'll be forced to look to her trusted treasurer for guidance. Don't worry, I'll take it from there. For the final stage, you must lower to 9,000 or to 900 or less. Not 9,000, 900. Now it counts. You're all on your 3rd stage. Oh no! A pair of counts face each other in silence. The code word is exchanged. They speak of their latest scheme. Good news from the capital, my friend. Well, bad news, but good for us. Oh yes, fires. What on murders, giant spiders? All of that and more. The fabric between walls is wearing thin. Time is ripe to summon a demon. But which honored guest should we invite? Counts, do you want to do Aniket Hazard, Lord of Dismay, 7th God Smile, goal, lower your own faith. Bel's Feminar, the hungering abstinence queen of corruption, and raise your own trade. We are to have a vote for the Lord Dismay. They both look amazing. I will leave it open, Kep. If there's one you would like to vote for. You have both voted for the Lord of Dismay. Let's go. Alright, you guys must lower your own faith is already pretty low. As it will never break through, the church has its claws on the hearts of the people. If we make this kingdom ideal for his presence, he'll sweep through the land and leave nothing but grinning corpses. From one of these corpses will simply pick up the crown. For the final stage, the counts must lower their faith to 3 or less. You know what? I don't really care one or another. We're just gonna tax everybody. Rebellion report. Y'all are so close to your final schemes, and I'm doing nothing. Oof, my delay. If you are having a delay, if you refresh the page, it should catch you up to where it is. A lot of the time that fixes delay. About your heir, a plot uncovered. A plot uncovered. Okay, what's going on? I held him as long as I could, Your Majesty, but Count Sam Morningstar insists on an audience. Apparently this concerns the end of the world, though privately I think they've gone off the deep end. We've not much time, Your Highness. Let me present my grand theory. What's what I call the schema maxima. Let's hear it. First off, you greedily plunder the royal tombs, manufacture a spectacle meant to distract and confuse, but I saw through it immediately. While everyone else focused on that, frog people from the coast schemed to take the homes and usurp the queen straight from here. The frog people, led by the patricians Arena, manipulated the kingdom's trade, farming, military, even faith to achieve the nefarious goals. If they succeed, Arena will take the throne, plunging the kingdom into a reign of amphibian terror, mandate pawns, swanning, and fly eating. Do you like eating bugs, Your Highness? The only question is, what will you do about it? I'm sorry. Sam Morningstar, what the duck? What are you on? Have you been taking the shrooms again? That is my big question. Are you on the shrooms again? I don't understand. Alright. Always on shrooms. Vote. Council, what are we doing? Absolutely nothing. Arrest this fool! Investigate fully. Sam Morningstar has voted to arrest himself. I love it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Vote C. Oh, we're tied for B and C. Ooh. Ooh, a vote for A? Continue. Alright. I want to arrest this fool because it's funny and because he voted for it. So we're going to arrest this fool. We're arresting this fool. Oh, of course you persecute me. That fits right into my motto. The rod goes all the way to the top. Before they can continue the palace watch, yank them away with enthusiasm. Oh my gosh. Sam Morningstar has been imprisoned. Sam Morningstar II has joined the council. That's funny. About your heir. Despite everything, you still refuse to get married. It's unwise, but I'm willing to accept you, as I cannot persuade you otherwise. There's one thing you're missing, however, even more important than a spouse, an heir. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured, a child of your own to the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins. One of my young cousins will do. I did not get to marry or read, and now I'm sad. I'm gonna die before I can marry or read. And this makes me very, very sad. It's been many moons since we last heard from the adventurers sent into the tunnels on Count Sam Morningstar, the second's land. We must act before the crawler menace spreads to other regions. The peasants disappearing and sinkhole swelling villages whole, while Sam Morningstar the second hides in their castle and does nothing. Belligerent fools, imagine the retaliation. If we anger them directly, I would rather abandon my estate. What do you guys want to do? We can pay Count Hep to host Sam Morningstar as they abandon the area, gather the Grandees to fight the menace on an open field, evacuate everyone from the area, including the peasants, and do nothing and see if the crawlers retreat on their own. The choice is the council's. Because I don't care one way or another. Ooh, we have a vote for A. Cap has voted for A. Ah, that does lower my treasury. That would be good for the patricians. Alrighty. A looks like the one that's going. Oh, everyone just came in at once. We have 3 votes for A, 1 vote for B, 1 vote for C, but 3 for A is going to win. We're gonna pay Cap to host Sam Morningstar as they abandon the area. What am that sort of charity? Oh, but that's quite a lot of gold, and Sam Morningstar II always did invite me to their weird birthday parties. Fine. Eventually, the creatures withdraw of their own accord, leaving swaths of terrified peasants with missing family members and horrific stories. Oof. I'm gonna grab Call for Unity, and I'm gonna replace Iron Choice. Rebellion Report. Yep. A new trend? Vultures. Cult of the Worm. I have to look at Cult of the Worm. Ill tidings, Your Highness. After the crawlers attacked the east, peasants in the area have taken to a new heretical faith. They perform rituals to appease the great long god beneath, the hopes that she'll save them from the tunneling at the end of the world. We must swiftly quell this. Have mercy, Your Grace. These poor peasants have been through so much. They're just trying to make sense of what's happened. I'm doing a Call for Unity, but y'all can decide if we're sending the Inquisition, leave the worm cult be, or incorporate the worm cult's belief into the church. We're putting a vote to leave the worm cult be. I like that option. Leave the cult alone. Alright, it looks like we do have a majority of people who are wanting to just leave the worm cult. Unified under the worm! Yes. Alright. Left unchecked, the worm cult spreads across the east. Welp, the counts now have their thing. Bird population suddenly dips as believers capture them for a ritual sacrifice. Great underground temples are dug into the dirt to bring the people closer to the great long god beneath. Oh no. Vultures! Greedy coastal merchants are taking advantage of the cheap eastern labor, Your Grace, exploiting our natural resources, putting our trades and companies out of business. They're vultures! Vultures! Is that really such a problem? This is just business. Count Cap's wealth has decreased. You're broke. I'm too broke to do anything. A vote! We can either kick out the patricians and put trading companies back in Eastern hands, or it's just business, baby. I say it's up to you guys. A vote for C, it's just business, and 2 votes for A. Ooh. Vote V? How do you vote for V? Vote C? Star? You can't vor. You can't vor C. Solves. I can tell you are struggling. It's okay. By the 9th, trust me, those Eastern fools will ruin my companies into the ground. All the coast companies east are transferred to the new ownerships, lumberyard, tannery, silver mines, workshops. All goes to Count Cap. As the months pass by, it becomes evident that Lady Patricia and Rose Kitty was wrong. The companies continue to make nice profits as their owners spread wealth across the east. A new trend. The Count's win is still a win for me because my heart, I am married to one of the Counts. Yeah. Lady Patricia and Rose Kitty's here to see you, Your Majesty. She wants to the jeweled crabs! Of course she does. It's the latest trend along the coast, Your Majesty. The patricians have started keeping a species of jeweled crabs as a fashionable pet. The creatures are so rare that one can now sell for as much as a mansion. Bejeweled crabs. Put that money in the bag. Let her in. Thank you for seeing, Your Majesty. I know the price is steep, but I assure you these crabs will only go up in value. Honestly, I'm going to, because either patricians or counts are going to win. More likely than not. And I don't care at this point. Buy the crabs! I'm broke once again. The character's gender is determined if you go when you join is exclamation join and then you put your pronouns, that determines the character's gender. Yep, it's assigned randomly unless you put like he, she, or they. End of season. Y'all are on your last thing. Rebellion report. People on the verge of rebelling. I want to say the counts have won this. Why is it always... I tried to give another group a chance. Yeah. Yeah, if you own the game, you can customize your characters as you see fit. You'll just basically link your game to your Steam. Not Steam. You'll link your game to your Twitch, and then they'll be linked up. But other than that, it'll be randomly decided what you look like. An ordinary evening as you head towards your bedchambers when a strange noise echoes out from outside. Not quite a human scream, not quite animal. Something shivers down the back of your neck. I'm gonna go back to bed and forget about it. You sleep fitfully, waking with your heart thumping through as though you've been running. Sometimes it feels as though something's weighing on your chest. At some point in the small hours you wake. The palace is silent. Oddly so. When you look out your window, the sun has not risen, and the gardens are barren. What's going on? It's entirely bizarre. Could something have to do with the High Inquisitor's warning? A cluster of counts stand there look extremely pleased with themselves. Greetings, Your Majesty. Good morning. Glory to Anikazar, the seventh god smile. The fields are barren thanks to our work, Your Grace. The peasants across the kingdom will starve, unless you do what's right by them and give in to our demands. What do you want? Anakazar has this kingdom in the palm of his hands, already to give it to the rightful queen, Avanya. You have no choice. Die of old age in exile, or be killed now. Either way, we get the crown. Just let me grab my crown polish in my room. You wish away, but your body comes to a halt no matter how much you struggle, as though bound on invisible chains. Your breath stutters, this thin, inhuman laugh echoes in your ear. Your lips curl in a grin, completely out of control. The last thing you hear is the Count's argument about how the regions will be portioned out. It is some comfort to know that they are unlikely to settle it peacefully. The Counts have won! The evil magic of Anakazar reduces the Queen Lunyars to a twitching corpse with a ghastly smell. Future monarchs hear of the old queen's laughter in the night. The Grannies continue to throw accusations of witchcraft hearsay at their enemies, and everyone gradually learns to ignore them. The patricians succeed in turning the palace into a hotbed of bribe and corruption, but what's new about that? They failed to gain the throne, and they lost money in the process, a bad investment. And so the demon Anakazar laid waste to the kingdom, and the streets were littered with smiling corpses, and the court smiled too. And the count smiled too, as Queen Avana ascended to the throne. Let's go. Woo! Yep. Oh, we are wrapping up the game. This will be wrapping up my stream here. So, let's see. Game was 2 years and 3 months long. I didn't have a spouse. The wealthiest noble was Rose Kitty. And the poorest was Sam Morningstar. How do you too? The kingdom was in shambles. We were broke. Grandies had great faith. Trade was suffering. Especially in the coast. Gets me every time. Alrighty. Welp. We're gonna come up here. I want to thank everybody for joining me today. This is always fun to come and do this. It's just like just a fun little game for everyone to come and play. Again, this is a very Twitch interactive, so it's always fun when you have a bunch of people. Yep. For everyone watching and you like what you see, give a follow. That way you know anytime I go live. I go live again tomorrow. So it'll be Friday, May 5th, 9 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time is the time zone. I'll be playing more Skyrim. We have defeated Alduin, and we're starting our path as a very loud magical thief. I don't think I'm going to fare well as a thief, but we're going to try it anyways. There is a link right there in chat to our Discord. That is Oyume Live's Discord. So for everyone groups, you can come talk to me there. You can talk to Starseeker Williams there. You can talk to Sam Morningstar there. Also, Oyume Gosei's there as well. You can kind of like just talk to everybody there. A couple of the people who show up regularly on, especially my channel, is we have a friend of ours, Honrot, and Vakia as well. They're both on that channel as well. If you're interested in Vakia's cults, because Vakia is a shape-shifting demon, friend of mine, her tenets are listed inside the Discord, so you can go check that out if you'd like. I also personally have a YouTube that I use as an archive, so if you want to go check out like all my past videos that Twitch no longer has on them, come check out my YouTube. Link's right there in chat. I also have a Twitter that I like to post and try to keep updating what's going on. I'm trying to be better. It's a slow work in progress for me. But you can go ahead and give a follow on that so that because I try to set out an announcement, hey, going live here, just so that everyone knows what's up. That being said, this cat is going to bid everybody a fair farewell, and until next time, this cat should never be in charge of a kingdom. It falls into ruin every time. Bye, folks.